Welcome back to Next Door, your go-to destination for everything Heartland related. Today, we're going to discuss Ty Borden's return in Season 19, Episode 1-1, of the show's most moving and eagerly anticipated moments. What does it mean for Amy, Lindy, and the Heartland family as a whole when he comes back? After all this time, how do they feel about seeing him? And most importantly, what does Ty and Amy's relationship look like going forward as a result of this reunion? We'll break it all down and look at the emotional journey that led to Ty's return in this video. But before we get into that, if you are a fan of Heartland, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more breakdowns and content similar to this. As we delve deeply into this powerful episode, you won't want to miss a thing. Okay, so let's get started. Amy Fleming is seen at Heartland Ranch, tending to one of the horses at the beginning of the episode in a calm and collected manner. The ranch is covered in long shadows as the sun begins to set. With Ty's death still fresh in her mind, Amy is lost in thought as she considers the changes in her life. There is an undercurrent tension, as well as a quiet yearning for simpler times, when Ty was by her side. The sensation of something changing becomes apparent during this quiet time of solitude. Despite the fact that Amy's life has progressed since Ty's death, you can tell that a portion of her is still clinging to the times they shared. We can see that in her interactions with the horses, the same tenderness and connection she had with Ty. She never really let go of him. Then something unexpected happens. Amy hears a voice just as she's about to finish her work. Lindy, her ecstatic daughter, is shouting at her from the distance. The expression on Lindy's face as she calls out to Amy, "Mom, there's someone outside." As the camera zooms in, filled with excitement and anticipation, is captured. "You must check it out." Amy smiles softly at her daughter while wiping her hands on her jeans, appearing slightly perplexed. She follows Lindy as she leaves the barn as the sun sets behind her. Amy stops dead in her tracks as soon as she steps outside because there is an odd tension in the air. She sees Ty Borden, who is still alive and standing there. She couldn't have foreseen it, but it's completely unexpected. The world of Amy stops. She loses track of the ranch, the horses, and the entire setting. Ty was still alive, just as real and alive as she remembered him, standing at the entrance to Heartland. Amy's expression of shock is palpable. It appears as though time has stopped. She can only look at him, and as the realization sinks in, she whispers, "Ty, how is this even possible?" Ty's face is the focus of the camera. It's abundantly clear that this is also a deeply personal time for him. He's been through a lot, and now everything is coming to an end. He steps forward, hesitant but determined, and his voice cracks. "Amy." Amy pauses as she is torn between happiness and confusion. She's pulled in by her past, the love she had for Ty, and the crushing grief she had to go through when he died. However, he is now standing in front of her. He exists. She can see the agony he has carried all these years through his tear-filled eyes. He and she are not the same man they were before. Amy finally takes a step in his direction, her chest pounding. She seems to be afraid that this moment will pass by, as if it were a dream from which she could wake up at any time. "How, Ty? How did you get back?" "I cannot comprehend." "I never wanted to leave, Amy," Ty responds. "But I had to. For Lindy and for you. I was unable to return until I was certain that I could be the man you required of me." In the air, there is a lot of tension. As she reaches out to him, Amy remains in disbelief, her hands shaking. She makes a hesitant gesture, as if she doesn't want to believe what she sees. However, as she touches his arm, the barriers she's built up over the years without him crumble. She wraps her arms around him, as though she is afraid he will vanish. "You returned. You returned to us," Ty whispers. "I never stopped thinking about you," as he holds her tightly. "Amy, I've always loved you." Every day, I thought about you. They both try to take in the present moment's reality as they stand there for a long time, wrapped in each other's arms. Despite going through so much, they are now standing together once more. It's not perfect, it's messy, emotional, and raw, but it's real. Lindy watches from a distance with wide eyes of wonder as Amy and Ty embrace. She doesn't know everything that's going on, but she does know that the man in front of her is her father. She has known about him all her life and seen pictures of him, but now he is here. Ty is a real person who is standing in front of her. The most surreal moment of Lindy's life now confronts her. The young girl who grew up hearing about her father, but who also grew up without him. She observes, undecided whether to approach or retreat. Her expression is oddly a strange mix of excitement and uncertainty. She has no idea how to feel. She's been dreaming about this man, and now he is real. Lindy moves forward one step at a time. She responds with the straightforward but sincere words, "Daddy?" Ty, now more emotional than ever, kneels down and looks into his daughter's eyes, which are sparkling. "Yes, my beloved. It's me. I am here." After a brief pause, Lindy bursts into his arms and a wave of emotion washes over them both. A tender moment of reconnection occurs. Ty clings to her tightly, refusing to let go. Inside the house, Jack, Lou, and Georgie are sitting together and discussing typical family issues at this moment. Until the door opens, Amy walks in holding hands with Ty and Lindy, and there is laughter and light-hearted conversation. Jack Bartlett regards Ty Borden's return as reconciliation, healing, and second chances are all a part of this. It's not just about the family. Although Jack's relationship with Ty was fraught, he always viewed him as the son he never had. When Ty passed away, Jack was heartbroken. He had a long time to come to terms with it, but he never gave up on the idea that Ty's memory would continue to exist, even though Ty was no longer with us. It becomes abundantly clear to Jack that he has been mentally preparing for this moment for many years when he first notices Ty walking toward him, alive, standing directly in front of him. He has learned to accept Ty's absence because he's aware of it. Yet, here he is, staring at Ty as though nothing has changed at the barn's entrance. Jack's expression reveals a mix of surprise, joy, and disbelief. "No, it can't be Jack," I said. It's impossible to conceal Jack's feelings in his eyes. As Ty's name escapes from his lips, his stoic exterior breaks. It is the name of a man he thought he had lost forever and would never see again. In that one instant, the years of suffering, loss, and heartache all come flooding back. "Ty, you're actually here." This is the man who assisted Jack with the ranch, the man who Jack saw develop into a son, and the man Jack thought had been taken away from him. Jack cannot help but move toward Ty, arms outstretched, his feelings rising to the surface, as Ty stands there, alive and real. "Ty, I never lost faith in you. Never." This reunion is more than Jack could have ever hoped for. It's not just about getting over the hurt or moving on, it's also about healing. Ty's return is a second chance for him to mend the broken pieces of his heart after everything he has gone through, including the battles, the grief, and the death of a son-in-law he had grown to love. "Ty, you are at home. For good." This is a time of shock and joy for Lou. Lou has always been a strong family member, but when it comes to her loved ones, particularly Ty, she can't help but feel very strongly. She has endured a great deal of heartache over the years, particularly in light of her father's struggles, and the fact that Ty has returned to her life is something she never anticipated. "Are you really back? How can this be possible at all?" Ty responds, "Lo, I never wanted to leave, but I needed time to figure things out and make sure I could be the person you all needed me to be. As she walks toward him, her hands tremble, and Lou's face softens. After going through so much, Ty's return seems like a miracle. She doesn't give a damn about the pain or the years that have passed as she tightly embraces him. It's just family at that point. You are present. You are indeed present. I am so glad you are back. Ty's appearance in George's life is both a source of confusion and awe. Although Georgie never got to know Ty the way Amy did, she did hear stories about him and his relationship with Amy growing up. However, Ty has always been a part of the family in some way, and it is nothing short of a miracle to see him recover. Wait, is that Ty? You ask. Ty gives a soft grin. Georgie, it's me. I didn't anticipate seeing you again. Georgie, I never wanted to leave. I apologize for everything. Emotions run high in George's hug. She has lost a lot, and Ty's return means more to her than words can convey. Ty's return puts everything Tim has ever believed in to the test. Despite tension, misunderstandings, and pride, Tim and Ty's relationship was never easy, but they eventually developed mutual respect. Tim was deeply affected by Ty's death, and now that Ty is back, Tim's feelings are significantly more complicated. Amy and Ty spend that evening sitting together on the porch with the stars above them, brightly visible in the clear night sky. The ranch now has a different feel, full of opportunities and second chances. Ty and Amy sit silently for a while, enjoying the quiet. Amy then turns to him, her voice shaking and her mind racing with questions. Ty, I thought I had lost you. I figured I wouldn't see you again. Ty looks at her with emotion in his eyes. Amy, I thought I had lost myself. But I realized something while I was away from you. I can't live without you. We are everything to me. Both of them express a raw emotion alongside an overwhelming sense of relief. They have both endured their fair share of suffering, but they have finally returned to one another. Nothing has been left out. So, you're back permanently? Amy queries. End of story. Forever, Ty says. The burden of the past few years seems to be lifted as they sit side by side. They will confront the uncertain future together, hand in hand. Although Ty and Amy's journey has taken unexpected turns, their love never wavers. In Heartland Season 19, Episode 1, Ty Borden made his heartfelt return in that manner. What a wonderful reunion. Ty has returned home, and his family is now complete once more. But what does this mean for Heartland Ranch's future? What will happen to Amy and Ty's relationship now? And what difficulties will they face together in the future? There are so many unanswered questions. Please share your thoughts with me in the section below. How did Ty's return affect you? Are you eager to find out what happens to him and Amy next? If you enjoyed the breakdown, please like this video and subscribe to Next Flying for additional Heartland content, episode breakdowns, and fan discussions. Also, as always, press the bell to receive notifications of new videos. I hope you enjoyed the video and will join me in the next one.